Do you remember the most? Sorry. Yes. It happens intentionally for me. Rate the magnitude of your temper of the events you remember. Maybe like three or four. What kind of events you usually remember most clearly? Um, when I was arguing with teachers, like that's the most thing, and with my mom. How often does something like this happen? Like once a day, once a week? It's usually happen like once in a month, maybe once and a half in a year. I'm not the guy like who's stressed out about things. Do you remember the hurtful things you said to others? Yeah, I always remember them, and I always apologize. What is your earliest memory? I think when I was 3 years old, and when I went with my father on a cruise. Um, would you consider yourself to have a good memory? Um, I think yeah.
Do you remember most of the things you were mad about? I would say no in general. So, does it happen intentionally or unintentionally?
Oh, now they can't have.
I would say intentionally because sometimes when I'm mad about something and I don't think it's really significant, I try to let it go and get over it.
Your apple of the day.
Do I get mad easily? I don't get mad easily. I get annoyed, but not like angry. So there's that. What kind of events do you usually remember most clearly? I would say events where something significant happened, where it was either a turning point in my life or in a relationship or something like that. How often does something like this happen? Once a day, once a week, etc. Not that often. Maybe like a couple times a year. I don't know. Do you remember the hurtful things you said to others? In general, no, except for there's like a couple instances where there would be some things that I've regretted saying in the past, but I remember those. What is your earliest memory? Probably me and my brother like playing when I was 2 or 3. Would you consider yourself to have good memories?
No, I don't.
I have a pretty bad memory for events, but I'm really good at remembering like lyrics or songs.
Usually you don't
So,
make me change.
kind of okay memory, I would say.
I don't remember the last time I was angry because I'm a pretty happy person. But when I do get angry, it's like a 4 or 5. I remember happy events because that's my life, good life. How often does something like this happen? Every day. Do you remember the hurtful things you said to others? Sometimes. I'm not going to say them though because they're hurtful. What's your earliest memory? When I was 3, I asked when I was going to grow up. It took a while. I get mad very easily. I think I have good memory, but it's been proven wrong. It happens unintentionally. Remember happy events most clearly. How often do something? Every day.
Do you remember most of the things you were mad about? No. Does it happen intentionally or unintentionally? I think unintentionally because when I'm angry, it's usually not what I wanted. Rate the magnitude of your temper of the events you remember. I don't remember any time I was angry, so 0. What kind of events you usually remember most clearly? I remember when I'm excited. I remember when I want something.
You said outstanding.
I remember when something like really warm and fuzzy happened to me, like when I'm with my family or friends, like when I go back to China every year. How often does something like this happen? Like once a year, because I only go back once a year. Do you remember the hurtful things you said to others? Yeah, sometimes I fight with my parents and I said hurtful things, but I don't really remember what exactly I said. What is your earliest memory? That's part 1. Like 3 years old. Yeah, 3 years old. I was in a playground with my dad. Or 2 years old.